Today we'll understand that how self-love can change a person's mindset, a person's life in totality. And if you want to start your career, post your marriage, post a gap of many years, how that can also be achieved through self-love. So let us hear from Jayashree how her journey has been and what all she would like to share with all of us. So welcome, Jayashree. I'm so happy to have you, and I'm really excited to share your success story with everyone who's going to watch this. And I'm sure they all will get inspired when they'll understand that what kind of achievements you've got after practicing self love.
Thank you so much, Payal. I joined the self-love course because my husband had already done this, and it's not that I did not trust it, but then there was some kind of inhibition in me. I was on a career gap for almost 14 years when I actually started. I have two grown-up teenagers, and on and off, I had been working, but then self-love, as we can say, was zero. Self-confidence was zero, and there was whole lot of fear inside. So anything and everything outside was very, very smooth, but inside there was so much of chaos. There was so much of turmoil. You could say everything was boiling to a boiling point. So the journey to begin with was to really focus on where to begin, what to point out, how to really hold hand and begin. I think that's one of the few sessions where I really poured my heart out to you. And there were a lot of times when I was going back and forth, back and forth. There was very little progress. But over a period of time, a couple of techniques, what you had told me, especially where I was asked to write down my thoughts, the burning bowl technique. Another one was journaling, to kind of really write what I was feeling, to pour it out instead of keeping it inside. And the most important one was, it was perfectly all right the way I was. There's no judgment. So, Lord, I mean, these are just a couple of things which I can remember right now. But if I tell you that I started working on these very, very with a faith, there's nothing but faith on what you told me. So I think that faith built up a lot of confidence. That faith carried me a long way.
Correct. So fundamentals were missing in your life, like the basic thing that we all miss, that we don't accept ourselves the way we are. It's really difficult for us to forgive our own selves because we have too much of guilt, regret for what all we have been through in our life. We feel that we have been wronged in many ways, or we couldn't take stand for ourselves, or there could be many other instances. And there are places where we do not accept ourselves because there are so many perceptions that go around us, and we feel that there is something in us that is lacking miserably, and there's a constant conflict inside us. So as you rightly said that externally everything is very smooth. People, when they talk to us, we feel okay, everything is going great, she has a great life, great family, great things happening. But what all is happening inside you is something that only you know, and that goes for every one of us. There's a huge like ocean of emotions that we cater to every day, and many a times we really don't know what's happening. So though these things sound very simple, like self acceptance, self forgiveness, or loving oneself unconditionally, it sounds very simple, but once you start practicing, you understand it's a journey. And you need to do that every day, and that is what exactly you did. You started from the very from scratch, I would say. Before that also, I've done a couple of programs with other trainers. So this was one thing that you wanted to develop, and you started doing it. So I remember when you started taking first few sessions, there was too much of overwhelmed emotion. whirlpool of
Yes,
emotions, everything coming on surface. But once they started getting settled, you then got clarity now what Jayashree wants in her life. Till now, it
yes,
was want what others want from you. But
yeah,
then the shift came what I want from myself. I think that is where the journey started, and it took like a huge shift. So,
absolutely.
yeah, continue and go ahead. We would love to know more about this.
Um, I have been teaching students for quite a number of years, but then they have always been private tuitions. On and off, children used to come and kind of leave. So that was also one of the bone of contentions in my life. If you remember, I had asked that they don't pay or they don't study with me for a long time.
Correct.
And then I've always been wanting to kind of go teach. So this where all our discussions, I must say it's like a turning point, because number one, I got the courage to really say within the family also that I want to step out, go back to work. Number two, it was like focusing on doing my degree, which is a B.Ed degree, and it's a must to get into any school in India at this point of time. So I took up that very seriously, though I had done one semester before that. So the focus was now this degree is what is going to put me on the right path. And number three, just as I discussed with you, there are a lot of people in the family. Husband is the same, mother-in-law is the same, the daughter is the same, and the son is the same. But how you look at all these relationships with a different view, that is something which I learned over a period of time when I started talking to you. So no matter what you do, and I remember you telling me most of the time, you don't need to be certified. You are doing it from your heart. So that is most important. Do it. And I think I just kind of moved ahead. That is what was my duty. In the sense, I wanted to do it. I did it with my heart to all the people I am interacting with. It's not that I want something in return. So the shift came somewhere, taking all these things into consideration. And right now, what I feel is, ऐसा नहीं है कि छोड़ दिया है, but it's okay if they don't accept it. Probably that is how the universe has decided. But for me, I have done my best and I'm moving on. For me, right now is just to keep move on. I mean, I've begun on a journey and I don't want to stop at this point of time. So that confidence, if you want to put it as a adjective there, that confidence came with the kind of discussions we had. And you somewhere gave me that label saying it's perfectly all right to stumble, get up, just keep moving. So I really want to thank you for that.
Yes, very nice. So another point, what we understand is first is that when we don't love ourselves, we feel that we don't deserve. So many
Yes.
a times when, as a teacher's role that Jayashree was or has been for a long time, she's been teaching students. But many a times she did not have that courage to ask for the money that she deserved because she felt that that's not right. So many a times it's not about money only, it's all about love, care, or the kind of things that you deserve to get back. But then you have that pattern or a mindset within you that you somehow don't deserve, or maybe you don't have that much of courage or confidence to ask for. So self love gives you that clarity of communication, and that gives you the clarity that you deserve what you need to give, what you need to get. So it's not always about giving. It's, of course, it's about giving, but it's also about getting right things from people around you. So I think that is what you've learned. And as I always say in all the programs, that it is all about us. It is never about the relationships that we are in, not about others basically in the relationships, or not about the family or the kind of people we are around. First, it is always about us. So the moment our energy changes, the moment we change the way we see ourselves, when that start happening, then automatically all the things will start falling in place. So we are not here trying to change others, we are not shifting our blame to others, we are just working on ourselves, because we know when our energy changes, everything else will automatically change, including the relationships that we are in. And once you know that you have that spark, you love yourself, you start accepting yourself, I think that is where you then take a clear stand for yourself, and you know that you are enough for your own self. When that feeling comes that I am enough for myself, now I'm no more dependent on people to give me that love, care, or certification or kind of validation that we always look for. So I think that's one of the biggest freedom in life. And that is what you mean by, saying moving on is basically freeing yourself from all those kind of pressure and stress. You're doing your best as a wife, as a daughter-in-law, as
Mother.
a mother, whatever is there in your capacity as a human being. You're doing that. And at the same time, you are not now dependent on any kind of certification, validation, or any other kind of thing from anyone, because you know that now you love yourself, you accept yourself, and you're pouring yourself with all that love, care that you need from others. And once you start doing it, you get it from others also, right? And that is how you also attracted a very like a big job opportunity. And we would like to know more about that. You cracked an interview, you got that for yourself. You had one figure in your mind, I think you crossed that as well, or you got exactly the same. So this happened because you believed that you have that magic. And
Yeah,
once you connected with the magic within you, magical things started happening.
absolutely. Absolutely. Um, the last, one of the last discussions what we had was, I was looking at a figure of around 60,000. I had kind of worked it out saying tuitions, and if I land up with a job, this would kind of make me a little comfortable in my spendings, in my savings.
Hmm.
So since I'm doing my B.Ed, I was called for a, I mean, this was like out of the blue, just as you tell me that you are attracting, I was attracting. There were about 3 or 4 calls for me from different schools within the vicinity. I live in Bangalore. So each time I went there, the first thing was I went without any expectation. Number two, when they told me, what can you do? So I kind of told them, I can do anything, in the sense, wherever it is related to children and teaching, I would love to interact with them. I would love to teach. And the third was, I was very open with the kind of remunerations they were willing to give me. I didn't put down a foot saying this is less or that is more. So somewhere I was like very, very overflowing with confidence, which of course the other person wouldn't know. But from inside, I felt really well. So all the 3 places I was offered, I took up from one place because that is the school where my children have studied. And that is the place also I had gone earlier. I knew a couple of teachers who had become more of friends rather than colleagues. And that is the place which offered me around 55,000 rupees per month.
Wow.
And the best part, the miracle was that I was called in to teach the middle school, but then I don't know what happened. Maybe I had attracted this. All the discussions what we were having, and somewhere in my mind, I had always thought of a particular subject to teach, stand in front of students, the way I wanted to teach. I had thought about this, and a couple of other trainings also, where we were told that you are inviting what you want, you have to kind of manifest. You had told me to do the manifestation also. So a couple of times I had done that even before I went for the interview. So this time around, I was actually there. I taught the children as a demo. Maybe there was a shift in what they actually expected from me, and when they saw the way I taught. So I was given in charge to teach the higher school now. And this came as a big, big surprise because, again, I was not expecting, but somewhere I had manifested this, all thanks to you.
No, the
uh,
magic happened because you did it. Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I was there definitely, but then the kind of techniques what we had followed. So I mean, in one of the sessions where I poured it out to you, this was like no words can express.
True, very true. So from taking private tuitions from a huge gap of so many years to
Yes,
manifesting a dream job like this, where you got the salary that you never thought, like you were just okay, mil jaye to acha hai, itna मेरे को मिलना चाहिए, ये all kind of calculations were happening, but you got
yes,
it from one source of your income only. Now, additionally, whatever you do, that would be all additional. And I mean, after these many years of gap, you go and you give the interview with so much of spark and confidence and belief in you. And then you get the kind of profile, role, and designation that you have dreamt of getting, and you manifest it and you do that. And coping up with today's education system after a gap, it's a huge achievement. So ये बहुत बड़ी चीज है for a teacher who did this kind of thing maybe a decade ago and now doing it back and teaching in such a reputed or recognized institution. So it's a big achievement. Many women out there, there are not only women but men, but I would specifically uh, give this message to all the women. Why? Because after marriage, after children, many women think that this is the end of their career, or
yes,
maybe after some years of gap of what they've been doing before their marriage, they feel that they would never be able to come back and start again or do what, or they may also feel कि अरे बहुत difference आ गया है, अब 10 साल हो गए, मैं कुछ और थी, अब कुछ और चल रहा है, सिस्टम बहुत बदल गई है, बहुत
yes,
ज्यादा कंपटीशन है, this that. But you did not think like that. You did not think that okay, there are so many people who are competing for this job profile, and I don't belong to this group, maybe, or maybe to this technical thing. Now the system has changed a lot. What I was then and what I am now, the way education is now happening, you never thought of all those things. You just went with all the belief that yes, I'm a good teacher, I'm a good human being, and I can definitely add value. Now that was always a quality in you. I always told you that you will be the best teacher any student would get, because आपके अंदर वो हमेशा से intention रहा. It's not about money, it's about giving the value to my
giving.
student,
Yeah,
because I take my student as life, one life coming to me. So you always had that intention, and that intention only got you this kind of achievement that you are in today.
yeah. I like to add here, I have a set of very good friends. And to be very honest, they are both my childhood friends from school and college. One of them, we studied till my master's, and I'm still in touch with her. She lives in Mysore. The other one lives in Delhi. So even now, when we are talking about kind of encouraging, I will say one is a north, one is a south. The one closer to me said everything is fine, but at your age, the kind of responsibilities you have at home, I think private tuitions would work really well for you. You will get physically very tired. बहुत झंझट है इसमें. And I completely agree to her. That kind of put a small seed in my mind. And when I spoke to the other person, the one who lives in Delhi, she's also been a teacher. She said, agreed, there'll बहुत झंझट है. You have to get up early in the morning, cook for the family, pack your lunch. Physically, you'll be extremely tired. Mentally, you'll have so many things to do. Every day, you have to prepare a lesson plan. There are so many ifs and buts. But सबको side में रखो. Just take I drive a two-wheeler. So just take your bike and go the hell out of there. Just go and teach.
Go and teach.
So somewhere when I weigh this, the one who said, just get the hell out of here, I weighed that more and I'm like out. I'm experiencing freedom.
That is love. That is self-love, right? You
Yes.
just take that uh what you take that risk in life, that
Yes.
अब निकलना है, अब नहीं, अब अपने आप को पीछे नहीं खींचना है, कुछ करना
Absolutely.
है, कुछ करके दिखाना है खुद के लिए. It's not about proving to others or fitting in their perceptions for you, but it is for your own self. And I always say, when you are happy, when you are healthy, when you are feeling good or great about yourself, it is only then you can give it to others. Because if you are not I mean, you have too many things going on, there's turmoil, there's conflict and all of that, and then if you want to give happiness, love, light to others, it's not possible.
Yeah.
To some extent, maybe out of, out of that love or care for family, you would be able to do it, but then you collapse. And that is why we see a lot of women getting collapsed, getting all kind of mental, emotional challenges in their life. It is because they overdo it and they do not focus on their own well-being. So this is what it is. You start from yourself, and once you start from yourself, you can give it to all others in your family, in society, and everywhere. So that's wonderful, and I'm so happy to see you here. I mean, I still remember where we started from and where we are today. So it's a wonderful journey, and I thoroughly enjoyed the transformation that you have experienced. And this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. So it's just, I would say we've just taken first few steps. There's a lot that you are going to achieve, and
Thank you.
there's a lot that you're going to do all the great work, and you're going to impact lives of people in all the ways. I have in fact uh, like, I would like to also say that I've always, like, that was your also dream, and I think you still have that dream of becoming a parenting coach.
Coach.
And I always told you that you have that within. So one is that you get trained, you get certification and all of that, but one is something that you have within you, that you're gifted by God, and you have that. So ये तो सिर्फ आपकी beginning है, आपकी ये teaching जो career का एक start है, एक fresh page है. There's a lot that's going to come, and you're going to rock, and you're going to inspire and impact millions of lives, and I can see that happening. But the first seed that has to get completely sown is the seed of self love, and that's already
Absolutely.
germinated well, and it is sprouting now. And now you are, like, going on, and once you are with that love within you, you are going to give that love to everyone. क्योंकि वो ऐसा ही होता है, it's contagious, right? You love it goes everywhere wherever you go. So I can see that spark now on your face, that clarity, that confidence, that yes, now it's like, okay, now Jayashree has something in her life for her life. So this is the story of every woman. It's not you, but most of the women post marriage, right? Or I would say before marriage also, like, we think about our parents, we think about the society, we think about our siblings. Post marriage, we think about our family, but our children, husband, in-laws. Somewhere we lose who we are, और वो हमारा मतलब खुद के साथ कनेक्शन नहीं रहता है. And it goes for all men also. So I'm not biased when I'm saying women. It's with all of
Absolutely.
us at
Yes.
times. In every लाइफ we see कि कई बार हम दूसरों के लिए इतना जब हम सोचते हैं, करते हैं, या दूसरों से हम बहुत ज्यादा अफेक्ट भी हो जाते हैं. Let us take that way. If I'm not doing a lot for others, I may be a different I may fall into a different category where I get hurt from others a lot of, मतलब किसी ने इतना भी बोल दिया और मुझे बुरा लग गया. So why all this is happening is because there is lack of love, there's lack of respect, there's lack of confidence, there's lack of acceptance within. And जब उसको हम ठीक कर दे, then everything else will start healing, because it's all about my energy, it's all about my vibrational frequency, it is all about my love for myself. So I'm really happy. Let me tell all of you that Jayashree has been a student of Personalized Sessions. She's also done a 90-day program with me, and the journey is still going on. We just had this interview in the middle of our journey. We still have many sessions to go, but we wanted to share this with you all so that you all get inspired and you get that ray of hope that yes, it is possible today. You may be at any point in your life, you may feel कि कुछ नहीं हो सकता अब जिंदगी में, और दिस एंड ऑफ द लाइफ, ये थॉट हर किसी को आता है, बट बिलीव मी, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. द मोमेंट यू स्टार्ट taking those little steps towards self love, you will see that all the magic is just within you. And once you connect with your own self, the power that you hold within, everything is possible. And that is what Jayashree also proved in her journey. And that's been really, really wonderful. I'm so happy to see you here.
Yeah.
Congratulations for
Thank
the
you.
wonderful journey that you've taken. This is one of the success stories that is really close to my heart, because uh, I understand how difficult it becomes at times when you have a huge career gap, when you have so many responsibilities, right? And though you have a great family, though you have great people around you, you have your mother, you have your mother-in-law, your children, your husband, everyone, but what is more powerful is your connection with your own self, your faith,
Yes.
belief for your own self. So that matters. यहाँ पे ये जरा भी इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है कि आपको फैमिली से सपोर्ट है नहीं है, आपकी फैमिली में कौन है ना है, आपकी फाइनेंशियल कंडीशन कैसी है, आप कहाँ से बिलोंग करते हैं, वेदर यू नो इंग्लिश और यू डोंट नो, whether you come from a small village or city, all this is irrelevant when it comes to self love. Because when I say self, it could be any journey, it could be any story, it could be any experience, it could be any trauma, it could be any dream. Everything is possible wherever today you may be at a point in your life. Believe me, you can go wherever you deserve to go, or you desire to go, or you seek to go. आज आप कहीं पे भी हो, लेकिन आप सीख कर रहे हो कि मुझे यहाँ पहुंचना है, लेकिन आप सोचते हो नहीं, मेरे पास तो ऐसी फैमिली नहीं है, मेरे पास तो पैसे नहीं है, मेरे पास तो वो हाइट नहीं है, मेरे पास वो कम्युनिकेशन नहीं है, मेरे पास वो पढ़ाई नहीं है, मेरी वो सिटी नहीं है. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, और कोई भी चीज इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. आपकी जिंदगी का हीरो आप ही हो. आपकी जिंदगी के डायरेक्टर, प्रोड्यूसर, जो भी स्क्रिप्ट राइटर, जो भी आप कहना चाहते हैं, वो सब आप हो. यू आर द क्रिएटर ऑफ योर डेस्टिनी. एंड वंस यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, एंड वंस यू टेक दैट बिलीफ इन यू दैट yes, I am 100% responsible of what I am today or what I will be tomorrow, and I can create the life I always have dreamt of, then yes, it is possible. And this is what is the idea of also doing success story with my students. Okay, so anything in the last you would like to say, Jayashree?
Uh,
Any message that you would like to give to people, like why people must do self love? Does it really make a difference in their life?
One major thing which I would definitely want to say is age is just a number. And through this journey, through the discussions that we have had and we are going to have, I just realized whatever you want to do, just keep aside the age and just do it. Be happy with yourself.
Yes.
It's the faith inside which will bring out the best in you. So age is just a number. Go ahead and enjoy life.
वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस, वेरी वेरी पावरफुल मैसेज. एज इज जस्ट अ नंबर. बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं हम बहुत पीछे रह गए, हमारी अभी तक शादी नहीं हुई है, हमारे अभी बच्चे नहीं हुए हैं, हमारा करियर में हम इतना नहीं कमा रहे हैं. अरे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, आप 6 लाख कमा रहे हो, 60 लाख कमा रहे हो, 6,000 कमा रहे हो या 60,000 कमा रहे हो, this does not make a difference, or this does not give you a like a measurement of your happiness or contentment or success in life.
Yes.
अपनी डेफिनेशंस को बदले, अपने लाइफ को किसी के साथ कंपेयर ना करे. सबकी अपनी अपनी जर्नी है. एवरी एज इज ब्यूटिफुल. Everything that you are getting, in fact everything in this world is beautiful. It's just that you must have those beautiful eyes or senses or the mindset to experience the beauty in the world. So life is beautiful. Age is just a number. Love yourself and everything will start falling in place. Thank you so much for watching this, and love you and bless you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jayashree. Thank you so much.